Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss what is the force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So before going to discuss that, I want to tell you about little bit of this about electromagnet. In last lecture also I have told about electromagnet. Electromagnet, this is your electromagnet diagram. So electromagnet is nothing. This is a solenoid only, and inside the solenoid there is a iron core. Okay. So when current will pass, when you close the switch, then circuit is closed. So current will pass. When current will pass, then you will see there is magnetic field. Okay, and it will behave like a electromagnet. Why electromagnet? When current is switched off, when switch is off, there will be no current, so immediately it will lose its magnetism. Okay, and here as you can see, suppose so this is your copper coil wound over your soft iron core. Now in case of this side, look at this side, how current, see the current direction, the arrow, current is flowing like this. If current is flowing, what is this direction? This is anti-clockwise, like this. Current is flowing like this, anti-clockwise. Okay, if current is flowing like this, then this anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise means north pole, already we have discussed. So this end behaves like a north pole. Come to this end. So how current is flowing? Arrow mark is this. That means this way current is flowing in this way. So if it is this way, that means this is the way. This is the way. So this is your clockwise. This end it is like this. Here it is like this. So clockwise means south pole. So at this end it will behave like south pole. At this end it will behave like a north pole. If you change, reverse the polarity of the battery, then current direction will change. When the current direction will change, so this end becomes again south pole and that end becomes north pole. So this is your electromagnet only. Permanent magnet, instead of this iron core, you can place your steel, suppose. So it will behave like a permanent magnet. Why steel? Steel has got more retentivity than your soft iron core. Soft iron core, immediately it will have your magnetism, and again immediately when current is not there, it will demagnetized. So it is very easy to magnetize and demagnetize. But in case of steel, it is not easy because its retentivity is very high. When you take out the current also, there will be magnetic property. So that's why that behaves as a permanent magnet, and this is your electromagnet. When current is there, it will behave like a magnet. When current is not there, it will not behave like a magnet. And this polarity can reverse if you change the direction of the current. But in case of permanent magnet, both the polarity are fixed. You can't reverse the polarity. You can't reverse the poles. So poles are fixed in case of permanent magnet. Hope I am clear with this. And more application in day-to-day life, you will see this electromagnet. In fan, electric bell, everywhere you will see the application of electromagnet. Hope I am clear with this electromagnet. Now we start with a new topic. Force on a, suppose this is your conductor, see the diagram. So force on a current carrying conductor, the conductor in which current is flowing, and you place this conductor in a magnetic field, so it will experience a force. It will experience a force. So now we are going to discuss about this. Easy one again. You know, when you take two magnets, suppose two magnets, if you will bring together these two magnets, if it is of the same polarity, it will repel like this. If of the opposite polarity, it will try to attract like this. Why this attraction or repulsion? Why this action? Because this magnet, it is having its own magnetic field. This magnet is also having its own magnetic field. When you bring this together, there is the interaction among the two magnetic fields. When there is interaction of those two magnetic fields, there will be this action, that force. Either it will repel or it will attract. Same logic we are going to discuss or apply over here. Okay. So when force on a current carrying conductor, nothing. When a current carrying conductor, when a current, this is your conductor, it is carrying current. Just place it in a magnetic field, then it will experience a force. So we are going to discuss that. Okay? As you know, this diagram, see this diagram now. Let me explain first this diagram. No, let me explain the simple way. I think I can rub this off, electromagnet. Okay. Now, you know we have already discussed about the straight current carrying conductor. Okay. Suppose battery is over here. This is your conductor, straight conductor. Okay. It is connected to a battery and you put a switch over here suppose. So when it is closed, current will flow. So positive like this. Current flow will be like this. So this is your suppose XY conductor, straight wire, conducting wire. You can tell it is conducting wire. So below this, keep a needle. This experiment we have already discussed. Okay, having north pole and south pole. Magnetic needle, compass needle. Below it, just keep it. So what we'll observe now? When current flows through this wire, you will observe this needle will get deflected. So the needle will move now. What does it mean? What does it mean? That means when current is flowing through this wire, so electricity is there, and initially when current is not there, this needle is at rest. Now current is flowing, so this is getting deflected. Why it is getting deflected? Because around this conducting wire there will be magnetic field. Because of that it is getting deflected. Simple thing. That means what is the principle? What is the principle? Electricity can make things move. Electricity also can make things move. And based on this principle, everywhere, your fan, okay, based on this principle. That means how this is at rest, it is moving. We have studied in motion chapter in class 9. If something is at rest, to move that object, what we have to apply? We have to apply a unbalanced force. Then only the object will move. So initially it is at rest. When current is passing through, it is deflecting. That means it is moving now. So how it is moving? That means there is some force related to this current flow. So what does it mean? Means then who is applying force on this needle now? Who is applying this force? Current carrying conductor. What will happen? Current carrying conductor means passing through this wire means there is magnetic field around it. And this is only your magnetic force. This magnetic field, it becomes now electromagnet. Current is flowing, so it will behave like a magnet because magnetic field produced around this wire now. So it behaves like an electromagnet. And so there is a field which apply a force on this magnetic needle. So it will, now it is moving. Is it clear? Clear. Now another law of motion. Newton's third law. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. That means if this is applying force on this and it is moving, so it will also react. So it will also apply force on this wire. Okay. So here needle will also apply equal and opposite magnetic force on this electromagnet right now. That means this wire will also deflect, this wire also move. So if people will be asking why this is not moving, because it is fixed here, that's why this is not moving. Otherwise it will deflect, it will change the position. And who has discovered this? Western has told ki current carrying conductor, around current carrying conductor there will be magnetic field. Now Ampere told no, reverse also can happen. So this is discovered by Ampere. Okay, and he has proved this thought, this concept using doing this experiment. So what he has told, take this is your AB is your conductor. So AB is your current carrying conductor. So current carrying conductor means it will be your it can be a electromagnet. Is it okay? That means it will produce a magnetic field around it. Now we have to take a strong magnet around this. So better we'll use a horseshoe magnet. So horseshoe, like how North Pole and South Pole. North Pole and South Pole. So magnetic field will be like this. Magnetic field will be like this. Suppose this is your conductor. I'll draw over here so that people can view the things. Suppose this is your North Pole and this is your South Pole. Big two magnets. So what will happen? There will be magnetic field from North Pole to South Pole. You know, magnetic field will originate from North and terminate from South. And take a conductor. This is your wire, conductor inside the magnetic field. Then what will happen? It will behave as your electromagnet. When current is flowing, so it will behave like your electromagnet. So here what will happen? When current will pass through this, how current will pass through this? It is it is connected to a battery. Now positive terminal, when this key is closed, so the current will flow like this. Then what will happen? It is a conductor. So now through this wire, current again will flow and terminate at the negative terminal. So when the current will pass through this, so it will behave like a electromagnet. When it will behave like a electromagnet, so around this there will be magnetic field. So around this there will be magnetic field, and this is placed near this horseshoe magnet. Horseshoe magnet is your permanent magnet, so it will have its own magnetic field. Now this magnetic field and this magnetic field will interact. Because of these two magnetic field interaction, now it will experience a force. So either it will deflect, it will come towards the magnet, or it will go away from the magnet. That we'll discuss later. Okay, see, from North Pole to South Pole, magnetic field. There is a magnetic field, and this is a electromagnet. So simple logic, how it will experience a force. Now since both the magnetic field will interact, so as a result of it, a magnetic force is produced. So either conductor will move towards horseshoe magnet, or it will be away from it. And when we change the direction of the current, how will we change the direction of the current? Change the polarity of the battery. Okay. Now current flow will be reversed. So when we change the direction of the current, the polarity of the electromagnet will reverse. That also we have studied. Okay. So if we increase the value of the current, the magnitude of the current, what will happen? Now I think I can draw this diagram. So when we increase the magnitude of the current increases. When current increases, that means magnetic field will increase. That also we have already studied. If more magnetic field means, then there will be more magnetic force. That means force will also increase. Magnetic force will also increase. Okay. So your F will be proportional to I. Clear? F will be proportional to I. Then, if your magnetic field, if you will increase the magnetic field, how will increase the magnetic field? Use more powerful magnet. That north and south pole wala horseshoe magnet. Use more stronger magnet. So, if magnetic field increases, that means again force will increase. Clear? Again force will increase. So that means your F is, this is one case, then F is proportional to your B, magnetic field strength. In that case, if you change the position of the hot magnet, that means if you will reverse the north pole into south pole and south pole into north pole in that previous experiment, then again the magnetic field will be reversed. So when north pole becomes south and south pole become north, then magnetic field direction will definitely reverse. So when magnetic field will reverse, then magnetic force also, that will also your magnetic force will change. Clear? Now next, when length increases, length increases means more length means it will produce more magnetic field as your area will increase. So more magnetic field means again force will be more. So your F is proportional to L. Is it clear? Your F will be proportional to L. So we can combine these three. This. What we can write? We can write F is proportional to ILB. Okay? We can write this also. F is proportional to BIL. Then what next? If it is proportional, can we equalize this and can we write F is equal to BIL? F is equal to BIL and multiply a proportionality constant K. So KBIL, this is a proportionality constant. Okay, and this force is in Newton, current is in ampere, and L in meter. So what is the unit of B? When K is equal to 1, F is equal to BIL. Okay, in SI unit K is equal to 1. So F is equal to BIL. We can write when K is equal to 1, F will become BIL. So what is your B? B is equal to F into I into L. So this is Newton, this is ampere, this is meter. So unit will be Tesla. Already I have told you this thing also. Unit will be Tesla. That means what is Tesla? The magnitude of magnetic field will be 1 Tesla when conductor of length 1 meter is carrying current of 1 ampere will experience a force of 1 Newton. Is it clear? So 1 Tesla is equal to 1 Newton into 1 ampere into 1 meter. Okay. This much is there in class 10th. Now I want to discuss little bit more so that it will be helpful for you to understand. Okay. Actually this F is equal to not BIL in class 12 you are going to study. I am rubbing it off. Okay. In class 12 what we are going to study? You are going to study F is equal to BIL sin theta. What is this theta? Theta is the angle between the conductor and the magnetic field. Theta is the angle between conductor and magnetic field. Clear? So F is equal to BIL sin theta. So this is your north, this is your south, this is your magnetic field. Okay? This is your magnetic field. So what will happen? A conductor is placed like this. When conductor is placed like this, see the angle. Conductor, this is your conductor and this is your magnetic field direction. Now this is 90. If it is 90, what is sin 90? What is sin 90? Tell me. Sin 90 is equal to 1. So F will be BIL. because sine 90 is 1. This is your 1. So you will get F is equal to BIL. Now suppose you are placing the magnet like this. Suppose you are placing the magnet like this. That means you are reducing the angle. Okay. So when you reduce the angle, this force will reduce. So at this place, your force is maximum. That is F is equal to BIL. When you reduce, suppose you take sine 60. What is your sine 60? What is sine 60? Half. Find it out. Find out. Suppose 90 is equal to 1. So 0 is equal to sine 0 is equal to 0. Sine 0 is equal to 0. So in between 0 to 90, sine 0 to 90, any angle will definitely less than 1. That means your force, this force will reduce because it will be BIL by 2. Is it okay? BIL by 2. So when you will keep on reducing the angle like this, when you change the position of your conductor in the magnetic field, when you reduce this angle, your force will be reduced. It will decrease. Okay. Now change, reduce. Finally place the magnet like this along the magnetic field. So what will happen? Your now angle is 0. What is sine 0? 0. So if you place the magnet like this, then there will be no force experienced by this. Your force will vanish if it is along the magnetic field. So when angle is 0, force is 0. When angle is 90, your force will be maximum. Okay. The maximum force means where is perpendicular to the field. Where is perpendicular to the field. That's why in the case of Tesla definition, you will see in the books, there will be a sentence, it will experience a force of 1 Newton when placed perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. Because of this explanation, there is this sentence in your class 10th book. Hope I am clear with this. So again important is how to find the direction of the magnetic field. How to find the direction of this force. Magnetic field we know how to find the direction of the force. It will take again more time. So I am thinking to stop over here. In my next lecture, I will discuss the direction of the force by Fleming's left hand rule. Again, I will use another rule which will help you to get your force direction very easily within seconds. It will be very interesting lecture. So I am going to keep it over here so that I can explain nicely in my next lecture about the direction of the force. Okay. Hope you have understood this lecture. Okay. Thank you for watching.